What kind of knife is this one? Just some sharp.
This is Sofa. This is a really nice brand of knives and also dishware.
Well, this is Walmart.
Hey creeps, and welcome back to my channel. As you already know, you can't sit with me unless you are PLP, and that's pretty on purpose. Well, as you can see, I'm not in the setting of my room with the pole and everything. I'm somewhere else because I want to have an awesome cook-off, because y'all know I love food, because I'm always doing my mukbangs. So what I decided to do is call two of these good friends of mine, and one does vegan and one does regular food, and we're gonna see who can turn up in this kitchen. My first person I want to bring to you guys is Cam.
What's up, y'all?
Hi guys, this is Cooking with Cam. You can find him on Instagram, Cooking with Cam, right?
At Cooking with Cam.
At Cooking with Cam. And Cam also has been seen on Sister Circle, right?
Sister Circle, yeah.
What do you do? You cook for them bi-weekly?
Yeah, so I do like bi-monthly cooking segments for Sister Circle, and I'm a personal chef for high clientele.
And if anybody wants to... Anybody can book you.
Well, if you have the coin. Anybody that has the coin.
If you got the coin.
I still have to go to work.
Right.
So I can't take out work if you don't have the coin.
Period. And we're in the kitchen and he brought a whole kitchen. So he's going to be the one cooking, I guess, my regular food. You know what I eat. Get you that. And this is Cam. So yeah, give it up for Cam. The next person that I have here who's going to be cooking for you guys, you've seen him once before, but I was on his channel, and this time I got him on my channel. This is the Sexy Chocolate. So y'all, this is Will. He's vegan, and the last time he made me some vegan crab cakes, which were freaking amazing.
Thank you.
So let's tell them where they can find you.
So you can find me at Will Edmond. That's WILLEDMOND. I don't even know my damn name. What the hell?
So, and what are you gonna be cooking for us?
So I'm actually gonna be doing a meatball pasta. So it's actually gonna be using Beyond Meat. This is great. So we're gonna have Beyond Meat with some vegan Parmesan cheese with some actual Italian herb crusted. It's gonna be delicious. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be pretty nice.
Okay, well I'm ready to see y'all. So like I said, this segment will be called You Did That. So let's see which one of these motherfuckers gonna do that. We got some wine with some good old lemon and stuff. It looks real good. What kind of wine was this, friend?
Prosecco.
Prosecco. It's like a little champagne type. It's like a little something, you know. This is why I don't grocery shop, you guys, because I ain't got time to walk around the whole grocery store trying to find all this stuff in these different areas. Does the seasoning be in one area?
Sometimes it depends if you want like organic seasonings, if you want regular seasonings, black people seasonings. They all be in different areas.
One thing I like about Whole Foods, you have a lot of different options compared to meat. So if you're trying to transition into like going vegetarian and vegan, these Beyond Meat burgers, and also the Impossible burgers, because you did a slutty vegan review as well.
Oh my god, so good.
That's good. So Impossible or Beyond Burger. And then they have the dairy-free cheese right here. This is Follow Your Heart, really good brand. And this is Miyoko's cultured vegan butter. They got everything. So you really won't miss any type of thing. You won't miss milk because there's cashew milk, almond milk. I mean, you got all your products.
And
right
have
here.
you been vegan your whole life? Or?
No, I haven't been vegan my whole life. So I've been like 90% plant-based for about a year or so. But I like eating plant-based because I feel like I have more energy and I don't get the itis. You know, black folks be having the itis.
Yeah, his skin's beautiful.
You gotta explain the skin.
Listen, that's African berries and juice. That's what that is. That's from West Africa.
The African berries that
Look, maybe I can put my grapes and strawberries down in African berries. Look.
Right. And I'll drink to that.
So I'm doing a blackened salmon and shrimp tortellini with the homemade Alfredo sauce. So of course you need like heavy cream and garlic because I'm sick of girls, you know, serving a men like bottled Alfredo sauce. Girl, all you need is garlic parmesan and heavy cream. And then you got fresh salmon, fresh shrimp, and some black folk seasonings like Lawry's, blackening, pink Himalayan salt though. Baby, that's on top of the matter. And some tortellini, some real cute. That's it.
Okay.
But you can find all of this at Kroger because I can't afford to shop at Whole Foods, girl. So I go to Kroger, go to Walmart. They got all the same stuff. Might be 2 days later off the truck. But they got everything, period.
All right, you guys. So while we're doing this, we have some tasters here.
I did not go to the barbershop, don't judge me.
Are you excited to try both these? Are you vegan or?
I am pescatarian, so I still eat fish.
Oh, so he's doing like a salmon pasta. That's fine, right?
Perfect.
You know
I'm always excited to eat.
Anthony David, what it is?
Salmon. So are you vegan or anything?
No, I eat. I just eat
everything. Me too.
Yeah, I eat it all.
So you excited to eat both of these? Try these different dishes?
Hell yeah, Will be cooking. He make me eat vegan stuff. I enjoy it when he does it. I'm with all of that. I'm gonna eat all the Sister Circle.
My name Josh.
All right, Josh. So are you vegan? Have you ever tried vegan food?
Yeah, I had vegetarian stuff before.
Okay,
So I'm really ready to taste some of this stuff.
All right, well, we gonna see y'all who's gonna throw that in this kitchen. My new segment for this is called You Did That. So let's see what's going on. Robbie, what? They did what?
You did that.
Okay, a little slice and dice. Oh, okay. That's how you twerk with a knife.
This knife right here is super sharp, y'all, because I don't want to lose my middle finger.
What kind of knife is this one? Just something sharp.
This is a cell phone. This is a really nice brand of knives and also dishware.
Well, this is Walmart. The most expensive one that you can get. Literally.
Oh my goodness.
So what flavor is this gonna give us, friend?
So the garlic is just one of our basic aromatic herbs, well, veggies, whatever you want to call it, that we cook with. So I'm gonna mix garlic and shallot to create the base for our Alfredo sauce.
And this is going to be more of like a sweet Italian pasta. There's going to be the meatballs in it. So the meatballs are going to have like this little crusted, because I'm going to fry them a little bit. And then they're going to have Parmesan cheese in them as well. So that's what's going to make them really special.
So a shallot is in the same family as an onion. It's a little closer to the red onion, but it's just a lot more flavorful and aromatic than a regular sweet onion or a red onion. So, and then the name shallot, it just sounds better than an onion.
Yeah, we're eating a shallot.
And it's really the same thing.
You did that.
I use olive oil or peanut oil or more of like a coconut oil or something like that because they have a higher cooking temperature. And it's just more healthier for you.
Typically, I use grapeseed oil because it's lighter on the taste and lighter on the flavor. But most times I sear, so you really want to get crusting very quickly, but you don't want the oil to actually cook the food too fast. Because you don't want, your salmon to be dry, you don't want your shrimp to be dry. We don't want anything to be dry.
Be dry, right? Nothing's good dry, friend. We need it moist.
Yeah, I'm using shallot and a little red onions as well. So the shallot is a lighter flavor, like a white onion is a very strong onion taste. You know what I mean? So I like more of like a lighter onion taste, but not too oniony. And this makes it really good in the pasta I make, because it's kind of like a sweet Italian. So I'm gonna add a little brown sugar into it. A lot of people's like, you can add sugar to your pasta to balance out the acidity. You don't want it to be too acid. So I bring it down a little bit with some light brown sugar right here. So that's going to make it be like a sweet Italian, And then also I got some oregano and basil to top out with fresh herbs.
To brown the butter, a lot of people think that you can burn butter, which you can, but browning the butter actually caramelizes the salt and it caramelizes a lot of the actual cream and flavor inside of the butter. So it serves as a seasoning agent as well as, a base to cook with. Add right in your garlic and your shallots.
Y'all, because friend was over here, and like I was telling Will, I was like, wow,
So this stuff on
this
fire.
butter burning, ain't it? So now I understand that one's browning and one is burning. That makes a lot of sense to me now.
So I got my Beyond burgers right here. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some of this Super Organic. This is like a Italian seasoning to give these a flavor. And then I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese to it. And then also I'm going to add some Italian breadcrumbs. That's going to give it that crunchiness taste. And then the Parmesan cheese is going to come out the side of the meatball. It's gonna, when you bite into it, it's going to be Parmesan cheese inside.
Oh my goodness.
And then I'm going to use this same pan to start my cream sauce for...
Is there a reason why you want to use the same pan?
Yeah, because you want all that flavor. You don't want to lose any of that. Because, we pay for it.
Right.
I'm not washing this out.
Italian breadcrumbs. You can get these at Kroger, Walmart, Whole Foods, whatever. And you're going to add these to it because you want your meatballs to actually stick together. So this is going to be your base.
So now we're just going to use just a little bit of this that's already there to get a brown and toast on this bread. And this is going to be the base for our bruschetta, which will be the starter for our pasta. It's just like a palate cleanser.
Started with the pasta as well. I mean, not the pasta, but with the sauce. I'm going to add that into the sauce.
I'll see it.
Because, you can buy, sauce in the bottle. That's cool. But I like to add more to it to bring out the flavor. Also, if you got nice skillets, use a wooden spoon. Don't be scraping up nobody's skillet.
Aromatic flavoring agent for our bruschetta.
And what are these?
Scallions.
Okay.
And you just want to get them really, really small because you don't want to bite too much into it. And then we're going to add that to our bowl of tomatoes.
Oh, when I go to, it's this place I go to, it's a Japanese place, and they put those in their soup, right?
Yeah, they do.
I guess like that little soup, maybe.
That they do at the hibachi.
Yeah,
they usually bring it out before.
yeah,
And they have like a little thin mushroom in it. Yeah.
So I'm saucing my water with some sea salt so it's going to get the pasta some flavor.
So with pasta, I didn't know you can use water.
You can use water.
To make pasta, I thought you just use the stuff to...
What's
Is all pasta made with water?
Yeah.
I never knew people...
What stuff do you
I thought pasta was just like the sauce and everything, like how you make...
But you got to make the pasta separate.
Oh, talking about the little noodles.
The noodles.
Oh, okay. I thought, okay, never mind. That's really not meat.
It's not meat. It's all plant-based.
Okay, so it's like soybeans or something? Or?
No, so actually we can actually see it right here. This is pea protein. So a lot of these new products are using pea protein isolate. So that's just a plant-based pea that you can actually make into like meat. You know. One thing about, not just necessarily technology, but plants can make anything. We can make anything taste like meat. Okay. For instance, if you're thinking about like a steak or something like that, you can use like a shiitake mushroom. Well, not shiitake mushroom, but a portobello mushroom. Grill that, slice it up. It tastes just like some steak if you marinate it and you season it very well.
And then too, you're not losing any of the protein that you would get from meat, because you have to think about it. How does the cow get its protein to give to you?
Come on, y'all. Come on, somebody. Oh. Exactly. Right?
So at this point, why are we eating the cows? Not only am I learning about cooking, I'm learning healthy stuff. I'm learning educational stuff. Y'all did that.
We're just bringing heat to our base for our cast iron Alfredo sauce. So again, I turn the heat off before I start with the cream, because you don't want the cream to burn, and you really want to cook it at a very, very medium temperature.
I'm adding some fresh oregano right here.
Okay.
I think making meatballs, you want to have some fresh herbs in it to get a really Italian flavor. Feel like you're in Sicily.
Okay.
Sicily, bitch. A little shallots in here, Beyond Meat, so I'm going to mash that up and make some meatballs.
The next thing we're going to do is start the base for our Alfredo sauce. Ladies, this is very important for you. Okay. So now that we have those toasted, I like to use toasted. Some people just like to do sauteed. We're going to throw stick of butter. Some people use olive oil, some people use grapeseed oil, but for me, when I'm doing a sauce from scratch, I want to get maximum flavor, because you're going to be missing that flavor that people are used to coming from like a jarred sauce.
Y'all, when I tell you it smells so good in here, like, just give me the seasonings. I don't even need the food.
So this is a little Parmesan cheese right here. So I'm going to add that to the Beyond Meat mixture.
Okay, so when you say Parmesan cheese, I know people are going to ask questions. It's Parmesan cheese isn't dairy, is it?
Well, it's just the age of it. You can smell this. Like, smell that. Smells just like Parmesan cheese, right? Because it's been aged, and they use actually a milk, a veggie milk. So it's gluten-free, vegan, water, palm oil. That's it. So you can make cheese with plant-based stuff.
How do we know if it's going to be a good meat?
Because you forming it like this. See how it's holding together? Before we put the Italian breadcrumbs in it and everything, it was a little bit more loose. So you can easily make balls out of this now.
Friend, it's like some good old salmon, friend.
Salmon.
Salmon. She said, first of all, she said it's not salmon, it's salmon, friend.
I just told my family and friends, if you pronounce the L in salmon, you're not in my wedding. So what I'm going to do now is cut it before I cook it. Most people cook it, then cut it. I want to begin to think about plating. So I'm going to do cubes of salmon, because I'm using salmon and shrimp. You don't want to overload on the protein and make the dish too heavy.
Did you see a price difference when you went from going regular food to vegan food?
The biggest price difference is with the plant-based meats. That's the most expensive things, because 2 of those patties are actually $6. The meat bases are a little bit more expensive, but you can still find like pastas and the vegetables. If you're really veggie-based, you can do a lot of things with like mushrooms, and you can do noodles with cucumbers and stuff like that.
So your whole dish right now, it's going to feed how many people, you think?
This whole dish could feed about 6 to 8 people.
And how much was this?
This was $67.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can actually, it's pasta, so you can have 2 or 3 servings,
Your dish, it feeds how many people?
It'll feed 4 to 5.
4 to 5, and how much is yours?
69.
I wanted to cook down a little bit, get a little bit thicker. But yeah, I want it a little bit thicker, and then also I'm going to add a little sugar, so that's going to change the color just a little bit. It's going to be a little bit darker.
You want it to be really, really, really creamy, and that's going to come from the Parmesan cheese. So you're going to let this simmer on very low heat for a few minutes, just so that you don't burn the cream.
And how long do you think it takes for noodles to cook?
It takes about 7 to 8 minutes if you get them to a perfect al dente. So folks that be cooking your pasta for 30 minutes, girl.
It be slimy and mushy. Don't do that.
You didn't do that. So by both of y'all being chefs, because that's what you are, I don't even want to say a cook, a chef.
Okay.
Do y'all find yourself, when you go out to eat, you're not satisfied with other people's cooking, or do you prefer just cook for yourself?
A lot of times I find myself being disappointed because I'm like, damn, I could have made this so much better. Because sometimes when I eat food, I'm like, okay, it's missing this. Like you can say, if a person can cook really well, you know exactly what is missing, and you're like, oh, I wish they had added that. It would have been perfect, you know. So sometimes I get disappointed.
If I'm paying for it, I'm disappointed. But if the meal is free, girl, bring it on.
You're right.
Nothing salt and pepper can't fix.
Right.
I prefer to cook at home though.
If you're gonna make meatballs, you make your meatballs the right way.
Right.
Shit now.
Like you gotta like make it nice, like something that you can.
You can't do that, right?
So I put a little roasted garlic on the top of it as well.
Did you think of
What's
that?
that garlic give? What taste is that?
So this is like a little roasted. So it's gonna be more of a roasted taste, smoky, not smoky, but just a roasted taste.
I'm gonna turn it into like a Cajun style. So I'm gonna use like some pink Himalayan salt, some fresh ground black pepper melody. So it's black pepper, white pepper, and red pepper. Just get a little bit in there. And then some Zatarain's blackening season. Girl, you can't go wrong. Because the base of the sauce is actually done, but we're gonna let it simmer for about 10 more minutes once we reach the consistency that we like. We still waiting on, if you see those chunks in there, we're still waiting on them to dissolve. And what that is our grated Parmesan has already dissolved, but I like to use a little bit of fresh shaved Parmesan, and that takes a little bit longer to dissolve. But you don't want to rush it. You don't want to feel like it's taking too long. And you turn the heat up, and then your shit tastes like cardboard.
So your whole meal, it takes about how long to cook yours?
So mine take about 35 to 45 minutes. It just takes longer for the pasta to cook. So it takes about 7-8 minutes for the pasta to cook, and then for the sauce, because I want to get a little bit. See how the color is getting a little bit thicker now. So I wanted to get a little bit thicker. I wanted the color to change a little bit more. It will change more when I add the brown sugar. And then back here on this skillet, I'm actually going to start frying the meatballs. And then I'm going to put the meatballs in the sauce and the pasta. It's going to be excelente.
How long it takes for your whole meal to cook?
About 30 to 35 minutes.
We have another taster here, guys.
What's going on? What's going on?
So what's your name? Tell me your name.
My name is Namandu. You guys can find me on Instagram, Namandu_Ru_Ete.
So now we're doing the meatballs. We're putting the meatballs in here. We're going to fry these a little bit. So they have the breadcrumbs, so they're going to fry really good. This is all vegan, plant-based. No animals will harm. Well, it's not about necessarily how long, but I know the coating or the texture that I wanted to be the consistency.
So this flavor profile is a cast iron Alfredo, so it's going to have a real smoky, and it's going to be way different than any Alfredo that you've ever had, because you've probably never seen anybody make it in a cast iron dish. So it's going to give it a real smoky, seasoned, flavor.
So we got one little taster, y'all. He's in here.
It's a pre-taste.
He want to give a little pre-taste of the sauce, y'all. See what it's working with.
Ooh, this pan's so heavy, my arm about to
Okay,
break.
sorry,
I'm sorry.
got it.
Let's see. Let's see.
Where's my little spoon I have?
Now, mind you guys, this is his first time meeting Cam. He doesn't know Cam,
I don't know him.
so he's not gonna be biased. He did that.
He did that.
So typically I cook the shrimp in a full shell, because you use the skin of the shell as an armor to keep the shrimp from actually overcooking. But since we're using it in a pasta, we don't want it to be too difficult to eat. So we leave the tail on, and what that does is it ensures that the shrimp doesn't reach maximum temperature, so it'll never overcook.
No. Okay, we didn't know that.
Oh, so what we're doing right now is just making a crust. So I'm gonna use a little bit of seafood seasoning. This is nothing but dry herbs and dried lemon. Because anytime you do seafood, you want to make sure that you touch the savory base, but you want to add a little acid to, counterbalance the acidity level. Put this on a really high temperature because we want to sear it and don't cook it all the way through.
So I like my garlic bread to be kind of like toasted. You see how it's doing like that? Now I can toast it in a skillet like this. I got the garlic on it, and it's a vegan butter right here, so it's not actually real butter.
So is this a different taste from it being in the? You know how people put it in the oven? It's a different taste.
It's a different taste, yeah.
So you're butter basting. So you're basically just using the hot butter. It's no heat on, so you're basically using the hot butter to continue to cook it on the inside, but you're using the flavor of the butter to cook it as well, so you'll have flavor all the way through, and not just on the crust.
Coming down to the final seconds. They're getting all the stuff together. They're prepping it. About to put them on the plates, give their presentation. Yeah, I'm so excited. This is amazing. This was like the great experience. I learned stuff, things I didn't know. I'm just so excited because y'all know I love food. Food makes me happy. Food like just nourishes the soul.
start plating.
So when they coming out with the stuff that was in the food, they got y'all ready. Look at them. Y'all don't see them. It's getting real in here, y'all. Y'all don't see them. These are judges.
Alright, so this is these meatballs are like a Parmesan crusted meatball, so they're actually kind of like fried a little bit, but then they're moist and soft inside. So they have Parmesan cheese inside, and then also I have like a sweet Italian basil sauce and spaghetti. That's it. And then I have some garlic bread, so vegan butter and garlic on that as well. So everything here is plant-based. No animals were harmed in this process.
All right, you guys. So here we go. Y'all ready?
Gotta get a little bit of everything. Gotta get a little bit of Parmesan, get a little bit of that meat. Well, no meat. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh, okay. Slaughter up. You definitely did that.
What you think?
Got a little crunch.
You did that.
Listen, hold on. Look, where you at?
Look,
Follow me, Cramp. Hold on.
My God.
Stop! I gotta eat.
Get that crispy meatball.
And the meatballs are crispy. I mean,
did that.
It's
good.
Texture.
It's amazing.
Yeah, like a
Y'all want to get some bread?
real meat.
Look at him trying to eat pretty. Go ahead and eat that thing.
That's GAF right there. That's good. That's good right there. That's good, Will.
Now we moving over to cooking with Cam.
So I'm doing to start off to clean your palate, we have bruschetta on a toasted crostini with the balsamic and blueberry vinaigrette.
Clean the palate.
That's to clear the palate.
just wanna
Water
get real
inside of the
flavor out
tomato
of
will
it.
help wash it out with the water. And then we're doing a Cajun style Alfredo with 3 cheese tortellini with blackened salmon and shrimp with bruschetta on top as well.
All right. Save me a little bit of that, Robbie. Don't eat all that, Robbie.
Okay.
Oh, it's a smoked Alfredo, so the flavor is different than the normal Alfredo. So look for the flavors of.
We might
better watch
smoky,
out.
We might need a little napkin.
Y'all better watch out.
Q.
Corner.
Hold this
All right,
up.
y'all trying it. Just like that.
You might.
Oh, and you say grace.
God is great. God is good. Let's make it far from our here's our big. It was our dead bread. The basis is north side. So amen.
Oh Lord.
Oh, what is it? What is it? The beginning.
You did that.
And did that. Good. Boogaloo.
Jesus.
You did the fuck out.
Damn. You did that.
Oh my God! No, what he described is exactly what he said. It tastes like some water.
It do.
And I done jumped in the beach with all the pretty shit. God almighty.
You did that.
Mermaid water.
That's perfect. Mermaid water. That's what it's like.
All right.
Good grief.
Let's get into this plate.
Okay, hold on.
I got this first.
Here you go, brother.
It's so good.
I want to clean my
Your
palate
anthem.
right now. Thank you. Thank you, man. And I got some.
All right.
All right, let's go.
You ready?
Ready for the salmon?
Ooh, all right. Let me put this back there. Hold on.
Robbie, say some salmon.
I'm trying. Okay, I'm gonna try.
All right.
Ready?
Good Google a little. Hold on.
Oh, look how that thing came out perfect, right? You see that?
It's so
Holy shit. You did the fuck out of that. Damn, bro.
Cam, where you at, man?
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Who needs a lover when you got food like this? Good.
That was good. I can really taste the smoke.
Y'all, the food was so good it made him love him. He said, I love you. Okay.
That's good.
With the shrimp.
Ooh. I'm sorry, animals, but y'all taste good as hell.
Look at you like, look at Will.
No.
You fucking killers.
It's like the shrimp itself when you mix it with the you said the smoky Alfredo, right? It's like It's like literally like fireworks in your mouth, man. It's like, yeah.
But your girlfriend can cook like this.
No, don't do that. No. In my household, they say never waste. Waste
yeah.
on what not?
I'm about to grab.
It's delicious.
You did that. I think it's amazing to say that they're both amazing.
Yes.
I would recommend both because I can even pick because they both have a different acquiring taste. So amazing. So at this point, I think they both got it. You did that, right?
When you want vegan, go to Will. When you want meat, go to Cam.
All right, so I feel like the conclusion, the winner is Cam.
Who do you like?
I love them both, man. I can't.
Love them both. There you go.
I can't.
I can't say, child.
They both.
And then they complement each other really good.
This one's spicy to me.
Yeah, this one's spicy and this one's kind of sweet. So it's like savory, sweet. They work good together. I can't call it. I really can't. Like, these are both some of the best. This is food. This is good.
It was amazing having you both. Supporting my people.
Okay.
Y'all, they are amazing. Like I always say, God only made one you. And if you don't be you, then nobody else will. Cue the music.
Fuck it.